Let's get this one on the road, Brock. It is 1st and 10. Right to the air with May. Completed left side to Smith. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable. He made space to take that shot downfield.
Operating from the gun, here's May. Has him on the quick hitter. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the first.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
First down throw for May. Taken in by Hill, right side. And he fights his way down to the 35 before the defense can get him out. They gain 11 on that play, and it's going to be first down Miami.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
They go play action. Here's May. Well secured by Brandon Cooks. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck.
That's another Dolphins first down. First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
May off the play fake. They left him wide open. It's complete. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins take a 6-0 lead on their opening drive. For the extra point, here's Smith. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Dolphins will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Have their kickoff team out as they kick it away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And this drive will start inside the 25.
St. Brown on the return. The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Detroit offense to the line. Here's first and 10. First game on the ground to Jahmyr Gibbs. Well, maybe the rest of the game is going to be headed in the proper direction, Brock, but their first play winds up going backwards. Offense in the hurry up here.
Brings up second and 12 at the 20-yard line.
This is Gibbs on second down. And he's right forward, halted after a couple of yards. That was Micah Parsons making that play.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Goff on third. Short pass brought in. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down. Moving quickly, trying to get set.
A gain of 7. It's fourth down.
17! 17! 17!
On fourth down, Goff. Throw caught by his running back. And he stops. The call to go for it from their own side backfires on him with a turnover on downs. And that's a great field position. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. First and 10. Here's May to the air. And this is a Miami touchdown. The Dolphins get another 6 to make this a 13-0 game. For the extra point, here's Smith. The point after splits the uprights. And the Dolphins drive out to an early 14-0 lead.
Lions nothing.
Dolphins have their kickoff team out as they kick it away. Returning it from the 4. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line.
St. Brown on the return. The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
All right, Lions just about ready. First and 10. We'll start on the ground with Gibbs. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. The dose of the hurry-up offense here.
Tackle made back at the 22-yard line.
Hey, lift! What's that?
They go play action with Goff. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And for the second straight play, Brock, they're headed the wrong way, and that's going to bring up a tough third down.
When they were in their defensive meetings this week, that's exactly how you draw it up. Play sound zone defense. Give that quarterback nowhere to go, and let that pass rush get home.
Cut!
Goff now, third and long. Trying for the deep ball. It's picked up by Eddie Jackson. And the Dolphins take over on his 5th interception of the season.
They'll take over first and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
First and 10 from the 32. May now from the gun. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete.
I can promise you that is a throw, and as a quarterback, when it leaves your hands, you do not want to flirt with as this game goes on. That is a prime one that DB can cut off and take the other way.
Second and 10 now from the 32 after the incompletion. Back to the air. It's May. It's caught left side by Hill. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. Offense up to the line fast.
And it's third down.
May now on third down. He put everything he had into this one. This is brought in at the 15. He's all the way home. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins take a 20-zip lead. Tyreek Hill the touchdown.
That's some good old-fashioned playground football. Even at the elementary school, find the fastest kid and let him run.
For the extra point, here's Smith.
Extra point.
Right down the middle, it's good. And the Dolphins push their lead to 21-zip already.
Lions nothing.
The Dolphins have their kickoff team out as they kick it away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And he's brought down just inside the 25.
On the return. The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Detroit offense to the line. Here's first and 10.
We go to the line. 180.
Drive begins with Gibbs. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. That's a nice quick correction for this front row. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
20.
We're one quarter closer to some turkey as we reach the end of one on Thanksgiving. The Dolphins out to an early advantage. We're back to Ford Field right after this. Back and beginning the second quarter. Lions in possession. They have second and pretty long here. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
Safe to say there's been an early disconnect between the planning phase and the execution phase for this offense. Might be time, Kate, really to get back to basics, to the calls that you just trust the most.
Decent game here, but short of the first. Looking quickly here.
It's fourth down.
They'll go for it. Goff. Hits him on the out route. And he reaches the 35 before going out. That is a clutch 7-yard pickup, partner. Pays off the call to go for it there on fourth down.
First down.
All set to go now from the 35.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
180.
On first down, it's Gibbs. And they make the stop after giving up 6 yards. Good run on first. It's second down.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Last run got him 7. Here comes second and 3. Another one for Gibbs. He's going to be held up after gaining 2, so well shy of that marker. Third down coming up. Offense to the line fast.
Brings up third down.
Third down run by Gibbs. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. It's a meager 2-yard gain, but that's enough to award them the first down.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead, get what you need.
Here's first and 10 from the 47.
Here goes tonight. 20.
Again, it's Gibbs. And all he can get is 1 yard. Ran that right into the defensive front.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Need a better result than that last run. It's second and 8.
Value 3. Value 5.
Goff off the play action. Big strike here to Williams. And no yak this time. They got on him quickly down at the 32-yard line. They get 19 on that pickup. And the Lions have a first down. Dose of the hurry up here.
First down.
Hey, kill.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Here's Goff on first and 10. That's complete to Sam Laporta. And they drop him right after that catch. He's down at the 22-yard line. They get an even 10 on that play. And that is good for a Detroit first down.
Lions, first down. First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. And he's brought down by a collective effort there. Only 1 yard on the carry. Last run only gained a yard. That means it's second and 9.
Tonight. What's that?
Throwing is gone. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Thought he had a touchdown there. And that's going to leave him with a tough third and long.
And 9 yards to go.
What's that?
They'll throw, 3rd and long. It's on target to Williams. He will not score, but that does set him up front with 1st and goal, less than a yard away from the end zone.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice.
And he gets in, touchdown. The Lions chop some of the lead off before the half. It's a Jared Goff touchdown. He finds his way in on the sneak.
Kate, I think 2 things were at play here. Not just the brute force to get it done on the QB sneak, but also the element of surprise to run it on 1st down. Job well done.
They'll try for 2. Goff gets his line set.
The Lions will set up for the 2-point conversion.
Go, 12, go. What's that?
All right, they're going to throw for it. And he goes down. The pressure gets home, and they will not take another 2 off that lead.
Lions 6. Jack Fox.
Fox now to kick this one away. And this is going to bounce out of the end zone, so they will set up shop at the 35. Pretty good field position awaiting the Dolphins as they head up here, 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, here's May. Got a man, it's Marvin Mims. He's going to bring this down to their 35. It's a 30-yard gain, Brock, so unsurprisingly, that gives them a 1st down.
I love this, Kate. No issues at all going to this receiver in the short field because they know at any time when this man touches the ball, he can transform a short completion into a big play.
1st down throw for May. Finds him on the crossing route. And they're going to have 1st and goal as he gets this down to the 4. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
31 yards. That's another Dolphins 1st down. 1st and goal, Miami.
From the red zone on 1st. And he will take this across. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins boat racing them to the halftime locker room. It is a word broadcasters hesitate to use for a lot of reasons, but 4 touchdowns in 4 drives, Brock. I think we can throw it out here. Perfection thus far.
Yeah, this game will humble you at this level. I mean, this is the best of the best playing it, and you don't normally see this kind of execution and this kind of efficiency, so I understand that word perfection. I will remind everybody, though, it's not how you start, it's how you finish.
Have their kickoff team out as they kick it away. Fields this one at the 3. And he doesn't make it far at all. They bottle him up immediately.
Can't happen. Man, that's just something you never, ever see at this level. That's a complete failure of operation, not just by the returner, but the return team in general. And now, instead of getting into your normal offense, you got to find some way, somehow, to dig yourself out of this hole.
And the stop will be made as he gets this up to about the 18. A gain of 15 there. And the Lions have a 1st down.
That has got to be so demoralizing for that defense. You get it back. It's a terrible field position. They run the ball, but they run it right down your throat and move the chains. That stings.
All right, they look set now. Here we go, 1st and 10.
Here goes tonight. White 20. What's that?
Looking to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. Here comes the final play of our first half.
We go tonight. 180.
He'll throw it. Caught along the left sideline, but he did not get both feet in. That's incomplete. Brings up third down. So we're through 2 quarters now. Still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. The Dolphins have their kickoff team out as they kick it away. Returning it from the 4. Jukes away from one. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
I've been ready since my dad used to tell me, you come into the house to get me. He ain't so valuable.
First call here coming from the shotgun. From the gun, call. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Yikes, as that pass falls to the ground, you kind of just sense their desperation, just kind of oozing out of them. Running out of time to start connecting on more of these and really break open the scoring in a way they just have not been able to do so far.
On him quick, and they bring it down. This defense going to try to hang on to that momentum, Brock, as they go for another stop on third down.
That is not the way they needed to come out of the locker room here to begin the second half. Trailing, you got to play with a sense of urgency. You got to protect your quarterback, and they didn't either.
180. What's that?
Goff working from the pistol. Has a man downfield. It's Laporta. Off to the races, middle of the field. And he is inside the 20, down to the 19-yard line.
Just about every offense since the beginning of time, since the forward pass, Kate, has loved a tight end that could stretch the middle of the field. Man, I remember as a kid watching Kellen Winslow Sr. dice up right here between the hashes. What a difference it can make for an offense.
When each carry he gets, Brock, I'm starting to wonder, is this going to be the last touch that he gets in this game? Because it hasn't been a great performance for him.
No, individually, collectively, and you can look up front, right? They've just not been winning the battle enough push, enough drive to get this running game going.
And no luck there. That throw falls to the ground.
It's going to be a play tomorrow. When they watch it on tape, they're going to be kicking themselves a bit. Kate, you get man-to-man coverage down in the red zone, you got to take advantage of it. It's hard. Zone coverage and the windows are so tight. You get man, got to find a way to win.
Third and long for him here. That's incomplete left side.
It has been a tough slog for them to keep up at any point of this game. And failing to convert on that third down, yet another symptom of the overall illness of the day.
All right, looks like this is the moment. They're going to make their comeback push. They're going for it on 4th. Fourth down, pass coming. Throwing the out route, complete. Well, he's not going to get to the end zone. The stop is made in time at the 2, but hey, 4 more chances coming. They've got a first and goal.
Gain of 19 yards. And the Lions first down. First and goal of the 2-yard
Gibbs.
line.
And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after this 1 yard.
Hey, I get it on first and goal. Right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Goff setting to throw. The shot to the end zone is incomplete. As that one falls incomplete, Brock, the pressure ticks up just a bit because this has been too good a drive to not pay it off in the end zone.
Yeah, Kate, it's time to find your best matchup. Unless you're already committed to going for it on 4th, you've got one more shot. Players, not plays. Get it to your best player.
Just a yard away on 3rd and goal. Here's the jumbo package. Now the Dolphins call a timeout. It's their first. as that'll leave him with just 2 to use the rest of the way. Need a touchdown here as they line up for 3rd and goal. Trying to sneak here, Carr. And they're going to say he was short. They held him out, Brock, and now we're going to have to wait and see what they decide to do here on 4th and goal. They weren't particularly interested in disguising that call, Brock. The defense knew it was coming, and they make the stop.
Yeah, even against a prepared defense, you still expect to at least get a yard, get that surge, get that push. We've been so used to seeing it.
And he brings it in for the Detroit touchdown. The Lions cut into the lead coming out of halftime. Amon-Ra St. Brown, the touchdown. Man, Brock, that defense held up 3 straight plays. They just couldn't come up with the one final stop they needed to get off the field.
And how about this offense? Courage of the offense to run it back for one more snap and make the adjustments on 4th and goal to finally punch it in. Quite the mini little chess match we just saw play out over those last 4 plays.
Dan Campbell gets the offense the call. They're making a bid for 2.
The Lions will set up for the 2-point conversion.
Goff's going to throw for it. And he has it in the end zone for 2, and that's going to chip away a little bit of that deficit. Notice the first time they tried it, but this time, Brock, the 2-point conversion is successful.
Just felt like they were waiting for the right opportunity to try it once again. Not only to make up for the first attempt, but establish a little confidence from this spot. And who knows, maybe we'll have a 2-pointer that plays a bigger role when this thing's all said and done.
And the Dolphins get on that football. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. All right, partner, are you on board with that call we just saw? Yes, they trailed, but it's not a huge lead. It's only in the 3rd quarter. Hold it, you jumped the gun. Now they're in a tougher spot because they didn't recover. Did he say no?
No. No.
Why not?
Because 95% of the time or so, those things fail. Why would you do that this early? No.
Working quickly here.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
On 2nd down, Jacobs. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Give him about 3 yards, and now they're going to have 3rd and 5 to figure out.
3-yard pickup. And it's 3rd down.
May now from the gun. He puts some juice on a deep throw down the middle. And he will not score, but that does set him up, Brock, with 1st and goal, less than a yard away from the end zone.
Good for a Dolphins 1st down. 1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
Working inside the red zone. And oh, he got it! Interception! Jack Campbell at the INT. And the Lions get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season.
Intercepted.
Well, they're in danger going back to somebody who's already done damage in this game. He makes himself, well, he's a top target, but he makes himself a priority for this defense to defend, and they jumped on that opportunity.
I got him, man. I got him.
Off the gut they go with Gibbs. Boy, were they ready to try and stick him there for the safety. As it stands, he's only able to maybe get back to the 2. 1st down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10.
The 2-yard line.
Sending him on the dime. And he's brought down after a solid gain on what's going to be the final play of the quarter. Just 1 quarter standing between these teams and Turkey in this Thanksgiving contest. It's Lions ball. They come in trailing, but that lead is within reach. Defense with an excellent opportunity at a stop here on 3rd down.
Go tonight. White plane. Obama.
Out of the shotgun, Goff. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and an incomplete.
Here he goes. Gotta have this on 4th down. Left side, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Marshawn Lattimore. And the Dolphins are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season.
It's a turnover on down.
All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Shotgun give now to Jacobs. And he'll manage 3 there to begin this one. 2nd and 7 coming up. Offense in the hurry up here.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
From the gun, it's May. And the ground game works for the touchdown. The Dolphins have a